Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto. I am your host, SerpentX Tech, and I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice as we go over this week's crypto news. It's been one hell of a week. I still got eye crusties in my eyes because I stayed up really late last night. Had some sake to celebrate becoming an old man. And Ethereum hit over 4K, almost 4,200 right now. Bitcoin slowly climbing up, but you can see a lot of the altcoins in the deep greens. Congratulations. Is alt season dead? We asked about it last week. Many of you said no. It's still going. Maybe when Bitcoin takes its next jump up, maybe to 125, 130, we'll see the altcoins suffer a little bit or pause as Bitcoin moves back up to the next high and then stabilize. But Doge is at 23, almost 24 cents. We got Link at $21. We got Hype at 43. We got Weave at, basically the same price. Well, actually, it's a lot higher. So while Ethereum is at 4,200, Weave is at 4,482. We got Pi climbing up. Some of you guys are still in there, I haven't messed with that at all. But a lot of the coins are in the deep greens. We got XRP at $3.29, but there are some concerns of a 30% pullback. So a lot of the altcoins looking pretty good. You can see Bitcoin dominance a little bit, obviously pulling back because all of these altcoins have their pairing in Bitcoin. So when people transition, they're going to transition out of Bitcoin and into some of these altcoins. Right now, looking at the Bitcoin versus the US dollar, Bitcoin, as I said, has been climbing up. If we look at just this week, let's see here. Right now, we're on the 4 hour. Let's switch over to daily. If we look at just this week, which started in the 3rd or the 4th, right? So August 3rd or 4th, right? You can see we basically climbed up from here to here, which isn't much, 4.62%, right? So not much whatsoever, but there was some positive momentum. And we've been getting a lot of positive news for Bitcoin, for cryptocurrency, for blockchain as a whole. And you can see Bitcoin just hit 117 during the stream, while this one says 116. This is probably more aggregated. And there was some different catalysts that can push Bitcoin even higher. We're going to go over that news. Trump signed an executive order to allow 401ks to gain exposure to Bitcoin, which is really awesome. I'm not sure if you guys have your 401ks, and will your companies or whoever manages your 401ks, will they allow you to start getting some of that Bitcoin exposure? But you can see on the daily, we're above the EMA ribbons. Hopefully those turn into support and hold us up as the altcoins, continue to get some more momentum before we push that next leg up. If we look over at the Ethereum versus US dollar chart, look at that, baby. Straight moonshot. Not really, but it's got a steady climb up, right? So from Sunday the 3rd, we went from here to here, and that is a 26% increase, right? So I know a lot of my mining bros had reduce the exposure they had in Ethereum due to them leaving proof of work. But for some of you that have hung on to Ethereum, I have a small bag. This is significant. It's good to see. Honestly, I would say to be honest with you, transparent with you, I spent a majority of my Ethereum to either buy a new ASIC, to buy repair or parts for repairing an ASIC, to buy tickets for Bitcoin conference in Nashville, to buy tickets for or rent a car for driving down to Mine Disrupt. I'm using the crypto to help out with bills, and I'm using the crypto to go to these events because I've deemed them, necessary for meeting new people, meeting people like yourselves, hanging out, having a good time, living life, right? If we just sit here and diamond hand all of the assets we have till we're 65, we're not going to be able to enjoy life if at that rate, especially if we're living paycheck to paycheck like much of us in the world is doing, if not barely getting by paycheck to paycheck. So, crypto is designed, in my opinion, at least Bitcoin was designed for us to utilize it and to hedge against the banks and the centralized entities. But if we're not using it to enjoy life, then what exactly are we doing? I understand hanging on to it till we're 65 and ready to retire and we can live happily ever after. But at 65, I won't be able to do some of the things that I want to do today, right? I won't be able to go skydiving. I won't be able to ride roller coasters. Won't be able to go on, white water rafting, a lot of things. So I want to enjoy life. I'm being smart and not using all of the profits, but I am trying to go enjoy life and spend some time with you guys because I don't get to see you often in real life. I get to talk to you online, but I love meeting some of you. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Make sure you smash that like button for me, please. If you're just stopping by, comment wherever you are on X, Twitch, YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you for hanging in there. Sebs, Northern Crypto Tech, Sam Fisher, Latrell, Crypto Pounder 4, thank you so much. Rip 3060. I guess the 3060 reflowing didn't work, unfortunately. Sorry that 3060 turned in, just ain't working for you. So moving on, we got 3 catalysts that will help Bitcoin break 122K. Let's see what this article is going to give us as we sip a little bit of coffee. As I said, I drank a lot of sake last night. Hot sake. Sake and sushi. All right. So record global money supply, right? The M2 money supply is a big tailwind for Bitcoin. The spot Bitcoin ETF soon surpassing gold's holdings, boosting BTC reserve assets. Thank you, Crypto Mikkel, and everybody that's dropping right in right now. We just started going into the articles. But long story short, Ethereum's up 26% over the week. Bitcoin's only up 4.69%, but a lot of the altcoins are in the green, deep green, while Bitcoin is holding true. We might have a little pullback on the alts as Bitcoin makes its next leg up, and we're talking about the 3 catalysts that will help Bitcoin break 122K. So M2 money supply, spot Bitcoin ETFs, inflows, and those ETFs are passing gold, and then obviously retail, right? Retail's been in the game, but if we have a good strong, like let's say a GameStop type retail investment day plus these ETF inflows, we could see Bitcoin rally pretty hard. But retail inflows are, what does it say here, limited but could ignite a strong rally if mainstream interest returns. Global economic uncertainty and sustainability of artificial intelligence sector remain the biggest risk. Still, 3 major near to medium term drivers could set Bitcoin on a path well above its current 2.3 trillion market cap. Matter of fact, remember Bitcoin in the entire crypto market cap, I think hit 4 trillion, and we're just below that. Right now we're at 3.93. So if we see 4 trillion and above, look at our assets, see which ones are really holding all the weight besides Bitcoin, and that'll be some good news for us. Some analysts expect Bitcoin to surpass gold's 23 trillion valuation, right? So if we're only at 2.3 trillion, and they're expecting Bitcoin to surpass gold's 23 trillion, that would be, valuation wise, we're looking at Bitcoin being $1 million asset in the future. Not saying in the short term, but definitely in the future. I'm managing my expectations. I know a lot of the experts out there are calling for a $500,000 or a $1 million Bitcoin or a $2 million Bitcoin, but I'm just being kind of conservative, trying to make sure that while I do believe it could happen if it does surpass gold's valuation, that I'm just kind of not setting myself up for failure, right? I don't want to be too exuberant and then get left holding the bag, so to speak. But even if investor perception does not shift, the expansion of global monetary supply is laying the groundwork for a new paradigm, and Nvidia may be signaling that change. Bitcoin trades like Nvidia, right? We talked about this last week. Bitcoin is becoming or trading like a tech stock, and it was quite unfortunate. I even released a short about it. I said it was just the suits, right? It's a tech stock. It's trading like a tech stock because all the suits are in it, and all the investors that are in it, they're, they just flip-flop. The day traders just flip-flop, right? They take out these, what do you call them? Derivatives, puts and calls, and they trade assets constantly, right? Swapping from what's looking good today, what's looking bad today, taking profits, setting stop losses. And so, yeah, it's trading like a tech stock because that's the type of exposure it has right now. The ETF inflows have been growing, and positive momentum and positive news for Bitcoin has been growing, but it just hasn't exploded yet. And I talked about this last week. I really still believe, let's say September comes and the FOMC meeting happens, the Fed decides to cut rates, we have good inflows, and the trade tensions or whatever is going on between the US and other countries ease as far as trades and tariffs and all that stuff. because the market and the economy wants stability, right? Yes, the U.S. needs to, reduce its debt and make more money and yada, yada, yada. But when you have a bunch of uncertain parameters or variables in the game, people are not going to know what is their cost of metal going to be when they're making these computer cases. What is the cost of these computer components going to be when the PCBs or the gold or the rare earths that they need is going? The price isn't set in stone. It's up in the air, and you have to guess at it every week, every day, every month. So once that starts to calm down and we have a more clear picture of what these companies can expect to pay for producing these resources or these goods to be sold to the public, that will be another catalyst, along with the ETF inflows, along with a rate cut. But traders may be getting a much higher futures earnings, and valuation metrics may be losing relevance as governments are expected to accelerate monetary expansion due to mounting fiscal debt, right? Trump basically saying, hey, 401ks, you guys can start adding Bitcoin to your portfolio, and hopefully the end user of those 401ks will get to see the benefits of that. Now, I use Acorns as well as a 401k through my normal company, but my normal company hasn't, or that 401k hasn't gained exposure or hasn't developed any exposure to Bitcoin yet. But through Acorns, you can set up a profile to where you are exposing yourself to that Bitcoin. I certainly do love that. However, retail inflows are still largely absent despite Bitcoin's 116% gains over the past year. So retail hasn't really jumped into the game. Some retail's there, right? You and I might be there, right? $10 here, $20 there, but we're talking about a significant amount of retail investors flowing into Bitcoin because they see it climbing. Usually that happens when the highs start to come. Like they wait until we hit 125k, 130k, and then they start flowing in and pushing us up even higher. The gap compared to the S&P's 500 22% annual return acts as a magnet for new capital, particularly as the cryptocurrency gains traction in mainstream media, with companies like MicroStrategy and MetaPlanet grabbing headlines, right? As these companies continue to say they're going to invest 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion into Bitcoin. They're at 17,000 right now in their Bitcoin holdings, but they want to grow to 200,000. Like, we know that they're going to continue to buy Bitcoin as we move forward in the years. It's just a matter of time. While the catalyst for renewed retail interest is uncertain, significant room remains for retail-driven rally in 2025, particularly traditional finance and U.S. government embrace of Bitcoin. So later in 2025, and we're getting close to that right now. We're in August, right? We're getting close, and Q4 could be the catalyst. Now, typically, if we go back to the chart here on Bitcoin, typically, as we talked about in our previous videos, Bitcoin's August month is not exactly the best, but so far we're having a green month, right? July we had that pullback. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles. Okay? 5 green candles. And we're above this ascending wedge. So, yeah, we could pull back, let's say, end of this month, September, but then rocket off October, November, and then have a little retracement at the end of December. But we're still on track. There's still a lot of interest. There's still a lot of positive news. And it's just a matter of time. So hang tight. Everything will be okay. Let me fix this real quick because my ad blocker is getting in the way. And I'm not sure what you guys been doing all this week, but I've been working hard, taking care of the fam. My dad's doing good. Thank you for some of you that are asking offline. Sergeant's doing well. Just helping out the family, working at my normal job, working for them, working for the family, making my family. But getting things done. And I've been playing some Battlefield 6, man. It's been awesome. I haven't gamed for hours like this, and I stayed up really late gaming last night and the night before. I'm already the max rank you can get. Hope to see you in the game, by the way, if you're interested in that. Maybe I'll throw up the stream a little bit if I get through these news fast enough before Red Panda mining. But yeah, Bitcoin getting the 401k green light. Right? And I want to play this for you. It's only 5 minutes and 49 seconds. I hope you don't leave because I am playing a video for you. I would really appreciate it if you stayed. But yeah, Trump has an executive order that allows alts in 401ks, crypto in 401ks. That's pretty good exposure. Obviously, that green light probably helped boost up the, Ethereum went up 26%. A lot of these altcoins are up a significant percentage. So you're going to see positive momentum on the altcoins as well, and that's good to see. So just to recap, those catalysts is the same thing we talked about last week. It's the money supply, it's the overall inflows from the Bitcoin ETFs, and retail getting involved. A major historical Bitcoin cycle that dictates its price might be breaking. What is the historical Bitcoin cycle? Well, let's find out. Bitcoin is typically traded in a 4-year price cycle centered around an event called the halving, right? We know about the halving as miners, right? We've been doing it for years. But it's showing signs that it might be breaking as a changing profile of investors and supportive regulation reshapes market dynamics. If this often predictable pattern is broken, it would have significant implications for the way investors assess cryptocurrency price action and potential timing when investing in Bitcoin. We got a quote here from a Bitwise management firm, Matt Hogan, says, "It's not officially over until we see positive returns in 2026, but I think we will." So let's say I think a 4-year cycle is over. And some of you actually asked me this question. Some of you actually reached out to me offline and said, is the cycle over? Now, I personally say no, but I think the cycle has been dampened or mitigated. But I don't think it's completely over. While experts and obviously financial experts are saying it is over. We'll see how things turn out. But it is trading like a tech stock. And so therefore the cycle that has been repeating for years since Bitcoin's birth may be broken now that it's trading and acting just like a tech stock. But you just have to let me know in the comment section and the live chat, wherever you are, what are your thoughts? Is the Bitcoin cycle over? The cycle basically refers to the 4-year pattern of movement that revolves around a key event known as a halving, a change to mining rewards that is written in Bitcoin's code. Right now, the current mining block reward is 3.25 plus a little bit extra for fees and stuff like that. It happens every 4 years. Last one took place in April 2024. Before that, it was May 2020. When the halving normally occurs, the rewards form of Bitcoin that are given to so-called miners. So-called miners? What does that mean? What is so-called miners? We're miners, right? We may not be mining for coal, but we're miners. We're help protecting the network. We're securing the network. We're processing your transactions. The so-called, anyways, entities that keep the Bitcoin network functioning are cut in half. This reduces the supply of Bitcoin in the market. Therefore, there will only ever be 21 billion in existence. Million Bitcoin. I don't know, I mean billion. I wish it would. Thank God it's not 21 billion. 21 million Bitcoin in existence. Typically, Bitcoin would rally in months after the halving. Months after the halving. But remember, we had a rally before the halving, not after the halving. So things are different. The circumstances are different. The environment is different. Is the cycle broken? That's where I want you guys to weigh in. Maybe we'll talk about that in a dedicated video. But anyways, right? It usually happens after a few months after the halving, and then we reach new all-time high. Bitcoin will then plunge, dropping 60, 50, 70% from its peak, leading to an onset of crypto winter, a prolonged period of depressed digital coin prices. The price of other cryptos will also fall dramatically in this period. Bitcoin would then trade in or within a range for a while as the next halving approaches and generally sees a price appreciate. Then the cycle repeats. So that cycle, yes, that cycle is broken. The cycle that we're in, the 4-year cycle that we're talking about, I believe it's just mitigated or dampened. It's lessened, okay? In every previous cycle, new all-time highs came 12 to 18 months after the halving. Well, we made the new all-time high before the halving. We just made a recent all-time high of 123,000, and that was before the 12 to 18 month cycle, right? Actually, let's look at that. So daily, so it was April 2024. Yeah, okay, 12 to 18 months. We were in that time frame, so that's fine. All right, I'm not going to continue reading. There's a bunch of people from like the same positive news that we saw. The strategic reserve from the White House, what the companies like MicroStrategy are doing, how various companies are continuing to buy Bitcoin, yada, yada, yada. We all know about that. let's take a listen to this if you don't mind. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Please do not leave the video, or if you could. Let's take a quick listen to the 401k from Yahoo News, or being the 401k being added, or gaining exposure to crypto coins and altcoins. Oh, I gotta turn up the volume.
Industry over the past couple of years, adoption has really been a cornerstone of what the industry has been pushing for, to expand the reach of digital assets, to expand prices. What is this 401k thing going to mean for crypto?
Sure. Well, we are believers, obviously, that there is a role for Bitcoin to play in portfolios as a potentially unique diversifier and hedge of certain sort of left tail risks that exist in the portfolio. And so this, as an extension of the ways that investors are able to build their financial assets and build portfolios that include that, we think that's a positive thing. Obviously, it needs to come alongside education, just like everywhere else that investors participate.
I agree with that. Education is super important for these entities, whoever's managing the 401ks.
Participate in this space. That role in portfolios we think is appropriate at a modest level, where that diversification effect can still be a benefit.
Like, I don't want a 401k for a bunch of teachers in Canada to get into, Pingu only, right? Like, they gain exposure to altcoins, and whoever's managing it is just like all in on meme coins. Oh, well, the gains would be astronomical if we hit. Like, yeah, but then you're risking a majority of my pension, of my retirement, on a risky play. Like, I want steady but increased growth on my assets and investments.
And so it's an encouraging development, if so.
Is this a sort of step change, do you think, in adoption of crypto? I mean, 401ks, obviously, it's huge. If we're talking, if you put crypto into every 401k, that would be enormous. But what do you think that sort of pace of adoption could potentially look like?
Well, as you said, 401ks are a big part of how investors hold their assets. And one of the things that's interesting about this in particular is Bitcoin has been the top performing asset in the world the last 10 years. And a lot of investors, if you're holding it outside of a taxable, or in a taxable account, outside of a tax exempt account, there's been a lot of accrued capital gains that have been incurred.
Yeah. That's a big one, right? The capital gains, when you're calculating your taxes and stuff like that's a big one. My buddy Max Voltage has a really good. He's not a tax advisor or anything like that, but he's really smart about it. And I file mine too, right? My capital gains, and the capital gains has obviously blown up. If you got Bitcoin at $100 and you're selling a portion of it at 116K, the capital gains tax is enormous. And depending on your state and where you are or what country you are, like that's a huge hit. So having it in a 401k, with obviously various tax implications, or sometimes pre-tax or no tax or whatever, like that's huge, right? So you can gain exposure, and some people already do this. Some people already take your assets that you have, and they come up with a strategy to help you trade. So they put it into this account, and you can still trade, but tax free, I guess you could say. I forgot what it's called. It was a certain money move channel that was talking about it. And there's ways to do that, right? So instead of you trading under an individual, you're trading under this account, you're mining under this account, and you can avoid some of those huge tax hits that you have. I mean, you might still pay capital gains and stuff like that, but the tax hit wouldn't be so big. But 401ks are meant to be left alone. You shouldn't be taking loans from it. You shouldn't be selling it or trying to take profits and get out of it, because it's meant for your retirement. So I think, because I'm planning for my retirement anyways, which is why I'm in crypto, right? I'm trying to build financial wealth for my family in the future. This just makes sense and is just another avenue for users to get exposure. Moving on, Harvard Endowment invests $116 million into BlackRock Bitcoin's ETF. Just like we talked about, there's constant organizations, educational institutes, government entities just, hey, we're going to buy X amount of Bitcoin. We want X amount of Bitcoin. So we're going to be buying every quarter, 30,000 Bitcoin, 10,000 Bitcoin, whatever it might be. and it's just going to continue to push the price up. It's just slow and steady wins the race, I guess you could say. But anyways, in Friday's filing with the SEC, Harvard disclosed holding about 1.9 million shares of iShares Bitcoin ETF as of June 30th. The Bitcoin exposure was valued at more than 116 million, making the fund's fifth largest investment for the period after Microsoft, Amazon, travel technology company Booking Holdings, and Meta. Harvard reported its endowment fund was 53.2 billion. Wasn't there something changed recently that affected these colleges' endowments? So I can see them pivoting and trying to be like, all right, well, we're going to lose money over here. Let's figure out how to make money over here. So yeah, Harvard's, fund was 53.2 billion as of June 30th, making it the largest amongst U.S. universities, ahead of Yale, Stanford, Princeton. The endowment and its assets allocation is set up to anticipate you're going to have some volatile periods, says Ryan Kaplan. And though the endowment appeared to be primarily focused on technology companies and investments in 2025, Harvard reportedly considered buying shares in crypto funds as early as 2018. Emory University became one of the first significant U.S. endowments to report exposure to Bitcoin ETFs in 2024, buying 2.7 million shares of Grayscale's Bitcoin mini trust. So universities, companies, banks, organizations, it's just the same story repeating and repeating. Bitcoin 200K by year end, question mark, from this Binance Square article. Option market shows less than a 3% chance that we get 200K by year's end of 2025, but strategies tell a different story. So the strategies and all the people in the world and Humpty Dumpty couldn't be put back together again are betting that $200,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025. And again, while the market, the options market, is saying, well, there's only probably a 3% chance that can happen, the strategies, the various strategies out there are telling a different story, right? Property strategies like called diagonal spreads, inverse call butterflies, profit even if Bitcoin stalls below 200K, bears still active, nearly 900 million in put target 50 to 80K range. That's crazy amount. So they're expecting us to go down to that below 80K range. I was thinking at the lowest, maybe 94. But that's crazy that they're doing. Poly market odds give BTC 200K a higher 13% probability. So all these different strategies, all these different metrics and tools and stuff like that are giving Bitcoin various strategies. So Leviathus.ch calls which strikes 170K plus would expire worthless unless Bitcoin gains at least 46%. If BTC ends near 116K at expiry, just 878 in call open interest will retain value. 200K December call is priced at BTC 0.007, implying a less than 3% probability using Black-Scholes model, but by contrast, 140K call carries at 21% probability. So everybody's got the different calls, the different probabilities, you're looking anywhere between 150 to a $200,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year. Plain and simple. That's just what it is. Okay. Now, if we did fall, let's take a quick look at that. If we did fall, right? I want to go ahead and zoom out a little bit here. If we did fall, let me recenter this. I was looking more at 94, 92, somewhere in that range. But let's see here. If we fell from where we're at today, to the bottom of this wedge, 98K, that's only 15%. If we fell down to the 94 target I was talking about, that's about 19 to 20%. If we fell down to 80, where some of these articles are calling for, that's 31%, or some of the, not articles, but the calls or the puts. Yeah, so that's a 30%. And we've seen Bitcoin do this, right? We've seen Bitcoin fall 25, 30% in the past. We also seen it gain 20, 35% past. So that's huge. But to go down to 50K, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if that's like, there's too many people on the sidelines that are just gobble this sucker up. Like, that's a huge discount. If Bitcoin were to fall down to 50K, that is a huge discount, which, unfortunate though, is many of us who are like ready to take profits on our altcoins and stuff like that, probably right now would be kind of depressed, because Bitcoin fell to 50K, the altcoins probably suffered even harder for it. And so we missed the opportunity to take profits, and now we got to wait even longer for the future. I don't think that's going to happen, but certainly 94, 92 at the lowest, maybe 88 on extreme, like black swan events. But for right now, I think we're, if we fall in this next couple days, because it's on the daily, 114 somewhere in there, only like a 1.7 to 2% drop, hit this wedge, hit the next EMA ribbon, next one down, 109, next one down, 101. So 12%, 10%, 5%, 2%. That's basically it. Moving on, Ethereum pops above 4K to make new 2025 high as Ripple Chainlink lead altcoin rally. As I mentioned, Chainlink was at around $21. You can see it here in the bottom. It was around $21, right? And then obviously XRP, not in the deep greens, but certainly climbing up. If we go look at the chart real quick, you can see that gain over the week. We had, what was it? Friday, Saturday, Thursday, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so right here. So from the low to the high, XRP got 23%. So kind of like Ethereum, 26%. The 401k, that exposure, some altcoins can be in the 401k, was huge. So obviously it got some attention to it. So altcoins rally early Friday following the news that Ripple would buy a stablecoin payments platform, and Chainlink will launch a funded reserve for its own tokens. I'm so sorry. Excuse me one second. I don't know what that is. That hurt. But anyways, yeah. So altcoins rally, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. The company behind XRP, which is the third largest cryptocurrency, we all know that, blah, 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 would acquire Rail, a stablecoin based global payment solution that Ripple said will help the company build its own stablecoin payments platform. The deal, valued at $200 million and expected to close in Q4 of this year, will offer comprehensive stablecoin pay-ins and payouts across key corridors, including USD payments, without requiring customers to hold crypto on their balance sheets, according to the press release. Stablecoin issuer Circle went public earlier this year, and we saw how that stock did. I'm not sure if you guys got involved in that, but that stock did pretty well. The company now has a market cap of $37 billion. Circle's USDC is the seventh largest cryptocurrency by market cap and the second largest stablecoin behind USDT. And we can see that here in the chart. USDT is number 4, Circle's number 7, and you can see the overall market cap of each one. So Rail has been purchased by XRP, and we'll see how that on-ramp and off-ramp turns out. But I know that's some positive momentum for XRP. Ethereum, Dogecoin rally as XRP soars 12%, right? Altcoin-led crypto surge. All the altcoins have been doing good. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, so sorry. But yeah, so the global markets showed increased appetite with Asian equities and cryptocurrencies rising, while fuel faces the largest week decline since June. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index gained 0.5%, marking its 5th consecutive day of growth as Japan's Nikkei, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Japan, I really love you, surged 2.3% following eased U.S.-Japan trade tensions. The total crypto market cap has increased by 3%, driven by significant gains in altcoins, though Bitcoin's growth was modest amid a cooling demand and increased hedging in the options market. We can see that, right? So 3.9%. And I think what happened is before, yeah, so we went all the way down to 3.6. I would say 3.59 before. Let's go, yeah, or the past, yeah, so 3.4, 3.5. And you can see we're almost climbing back up to that 4. I think we broke 4 in the past here. I could have swore we did at least. But hopefully we can break that 4 again in the future. So Asia markets doing good. And the Asia markets really like the meme coins, to be honest. I've seen it at nighttime, especially. If you're trading on Solana or anything like that, there's a lot of the Asia market getting into the altcoins on the Solana ecosystem, on the base ecosystem, on whatever meme coin seems to be trending. It seems to have that Asian market growth. And what I mean by Asian market is certain time frames, right? When the U.S. and much of the West, I guess you could say, is asleep, we have the East kind of lifting up things, and then we wake up and take back over, and either we crash it or we push it harder. And sometimes Asia does the opposite. We're pushing Bitcoin and our altcoins as high as we possibly can do together, and then Asia comes online and takes profits and then starts to pull us back. It would be nice if both East and West can freaking just push this baby to the moon. But we need that. We need to continue to grow that money supply. We need rate cut. We need increased inflows and trade tensions to just chill out. We need certainty. We need stability. I know what the price of this SMD or this resistor or this transistor or gold or this rare earth or this metal or this aluminum or Inconel. I need to know what the price is going to be today, a week from today, a month from today, a year from today, and then things will be a lot better. All the uncertainty is not letting us push harder. So we need that rate cut, Jerome Powell, but DJT, we also need to lock in a deal with China. So that way everybody can chill the fuck out, all right? Cool. You guys get on that. Appreciate your help. Bitcoin season or altcoin season? Shiba Inu Exec outlines what happened. It's definitely not alt season, but I mean, there's definitely an alt rally. Let's go to the index real quick. So over the 90 days, we're in the blue. And I did say online that we were in it, but I said that before here, right? So I said that when we first dipped our toe in around 718. You can see on the 30-day, we're back in it again. We're back in it again on the 30-day. So it's just full-blown, maybe. I don't know, like, all it takes is Bitcoin to have a nice rally, and then all the altcoins will suffer. Unless, like a rising tide, as it did in the past, when the rising tide comes in, all boats get lifted, where Bitcoin and altcoins can go ahead and push up. That'd be awesome. But anyways, you got a Shiba Inu exec talking about what's happening. We already talked about through much of the show, all the various signs, all the various signals, dominance of the market by Bitcoin. So it's all good in the hood. Just hang tight, okay? SEC drops the lawsuit against Ripple, and obviously that's some positive news. But it ends the lawsuit against Ripple company to pay $125 million fine. So they still got to pay, but at least this is settled, right? You never want this to continue. And if Gary was still in charge, this will still be ongoing. But it's nice to have this finally put behind us so that way the crypto market can move forward. I really do enjoy that. XRP whales hold off $1.9 billion as analysts sound the alarm over risk of 30% price crash. Right, we're still on the XRP chart, right? So 30% price crash from where we are right now, or around where we are right now. Let's take a look at what that is. A 30% pullback would be a $2.30 Ripple. I don't think that's bad, right? Considering if we zoom out where much of us started, right? That's not bad at all. All right. The lowest XRP was a couple cents, maybe below 10 cents. And for those of you that have got XRP at below 10 cents, congratulations. You're looking pretty good. But let's say we pull from this pullback, or this, we started the pullback, the 30% pullback from right here in July. If we take that and go down 30%, that would bring Ripple to around, again, more like a $2.46 asset, which is not a huge hit in my opinion, but I could be wrong. XRP fam, you guys have the sound off. I'm not a big fan of XRP, no disrespect, because they always wanted to work with the banks off rip, and the banks kind of left a bad taste in my mouth from 2008, which is where I get all of this from. I was there. I physically saw my family going through it. I was a graduate of high school. My mom lost all her investments. My dad had already passed away in the 90s, so my stepdad was stepping in, military man, Army sergeant. They made it. We made it, but that was a tough time because of other idiots' decisions in the global market. And it wasn't just me. It was many people impacted. But because that put a bad taste in my mouth, I've always been an advocate for Bitcoin once I found out about it and started to get really involved in late 2013, 2014. All right. So in the past month, XRP whales have offloaded 640 million tokens, or 1.9 billion. Bearish divergence on the chart hints at weakening momentum. On July 7th, XRP whales have offloaded about 640 million tokens, according to on-chain data from CryptoQuant. At current prices, the total value of these outflows exceed 1.9 billion. Most of the distribution occurred while XRP traded between $2.28 and $3.54. It is the second time in at least a year that whales have been distributing during price rallies. Between November and January, they aggressively reduced exposure, even as XRP surged from $1.65 to $3.27, implying that retail demand likely absorbed much of the sell pressure. Right? Get stuck holding a knife. We don't like that. Now, all outflows necessarily translate into actual selling. However, some of XRP whale activity could reflect internal reshuffling. Nevertheless, it does appear to be an inverse pattern. For example, the recovering whale flows between January and April align with XRP's correction from $3.27 to a low of $1.87, hinting that big investors accumulate during market weakness, right? So big accumulation during these falls, right? You sell high, buy low, right? They're reshuffling. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the market trades like a tech stock because they're reshuffling, they're reorganizing, they're moving. All right, this asset's, I'm 5 down on this one. I'm going to move over here, try to get that 10. So I recover my 5 plus another 5. Like, they move around and they can do it, and they have the system to do it. They're using, whether it's AI, data flows or API calls or whatever it might be, right? They got their 5 screens. They're on their phone with their buddy. They know things are coming, insider trading, whatever. They know things. They make moves. They move things around. Whereas you and I might spot trade 1 or 2 times a week to try to accumulate assets and stuff like that. These guys are making transactions quick, and you can automate your transactions in a number of different ways. I talked about that on the channel. You got 3 commas or other options just like 3 commas. You got Telegram BonkBot if you want to mess around with Solana. There's all kinds of different platforms in which you can automate your trading. Yes, you're going to lose some, but if you study and you figure it out and you learn how to trade and look at the chart and look at the metrics, you can figure it out and set yourself up, set stop losses, set profit taking, and study and learn. You can do this all automatically. Links are usually in the description. I think 3 commas is down there. I'm not sure I put the Telegram one, but if you want the Telegram one, you don't even need my referral link. Just go fucking download it, or just go to Telegram and look up BonkBot. You'll be good. Fund a wallet. Look at some assets that are going to pop off, or even not assets. Let's say like more stable meme coins like Bonk or Pengu, whatever, right? And you just trade it as the market ebbs and flows. Not financial advice. I'm just saying the tools are fucking out there, guys. Excuse my language. Anyways, XRP must hold above $2.65 or risk a 30% crash. Oh, so they're saying if they break $2.65, then it's a 30% crash. So $2.65 would be right here. So at I think that's the 2050 100 EMA, right? So from here, a 30% pullback would bring the asset down to $1.85 on, at least in my chart. Let's see what they say. RSI, support. Yeah. I think XRP would be fine, especially with some of the news that they've been getting. And if they are some of the assets that are going to be in the 401k per the executive order from DJT, I think we're golden. I think we are absolutely golden. All right, so we got about 15 minutes to Red Panda Mining goes live. I'm going to do something really stupid. But do you have any questions, comments, concerns that you would like to say, or otherwise? Would you like to vent your frustrations? Would you like to complain to me? Tell me how much I suck. What is it you want from me? Are you not entertained? Probably not. That's probably why you're leaving. It's all right, but smash the like button on the way out, though. All right? Appreciate you. So, everything is well. The market's doing good. Bitcoin's not moving as high as the altcoins, but it will be all right. Let the altcoins climb up. Look, Ethereum at 4,200, Litecoin at 121. Right? We're looking good, baby. We're looking good. Things are looking good. Let it ride. Let it ride. Bonk. Bonk hasn't been as fulfilling as it has been in the past. Let's look at Sue. Sue's been doing pretty good. Needs to get back to that high of $5.35. So we'll see what's going on with everything. But yeah, here's the summary of the stream. A lot of positive news. Continue to get positive news, whether it's ETF inflows, even if it slows down. But it's been making record inflows in the past days. We still need the rate cut from Jerome Powell, but he's not going to cut rates until we get stability in the market. So we need DJT in the White House to finalize some trade deals with the rest of the world so everybody can calm down and have certainty on what the prices of whatever they need to produce their products or manufacture is going to be finalized. So rate cuts, trade tensions easing, continued inflows, and the M2 money supply continuing to grow. Everything is good. Everything is lined up. Things are going to happen. There's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be pullbacks. Figure out how to trade the shorts. Like, I know you don't want to short Bitcoin, but if you can make money and get more Bitcoin out of it, then maybe you should learn how to do it. Trade the ebbs and flows. Not big money, but, just a little bit here and there. If you only put like $100 in it, trading the ups and downs, maybe you might turn $100 into 120, 130, 150. I don't know. I don't mess around with derivatives, but I know a lot of people make good money off of options. I'm not going to recommend anything like that because a lot of people don't understand their risk appetite and screw up. Go find that somewhere else. But you got automated trading opportunities out there. 3 comments. I know you got to pay money for it, blah, blah, blah. A lot of platforms want you to pay money. You got the Telegram bot for Solana if you want to mess around with that. And there are other opportunities. And some of you, I know, are building your own bot. I wish you would share it with me. But congratulations. Good luck with that. And mine, the assets you believe will do well in the future. Right? It might suck now. The electricity bill sucks now. Is it something that's going to pay off in the long run? I personally am unsure of that because I'm paying a lot of money in electricity because JEA sucks. But I'm hoping in the long run, what I'm mining will help me, clear my debt and live life a little bit more freely. But we'll see. That's wishes, that's hopes, that's dreams. Diversify yourself, be smart, don't panic, play the long game, and you'll be just fine. All right. So now I'm going to do something stupid. So you guys are just going to see my ugly face for a little bit. Are you not seeing the comments on X? Nope. So what are you saying? Giveaway tonight, people. Where's the giveaway at, Pellish? Is it on X? Is that what you're saying? The giveaway is on X? Tell me more, Pellish. I'm not seeing the comments on X. Plus, I don't read comments, and when I'm doing my live stream, dude, I just book it. I just book it. I focus on getting the articles to you guys and just rolling out and getting all that information out as quickly as possible because you guys don't have the time to sit here and watch me yammer. So yeah, I'm sorry that the screen looks like this. Just hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. I'm doing something. And Red Pen of mine is going live in about 10 minutes. Hang tight. But Pellish is saying giveaway tonight here and there. Yeah, I saw the videos. So you were showing off, and I retweeted it. Some games that you worked on for Cats of Crypto. Built an SRB miner email script to mine Zephyr for free. Oh, that's cool. Has anyone had issues with transferring core from their web wallet that have been unable to withdraw? Oh, why is it doing that? All right. Huh. Interesting. Why won't you do it? There we go. All right. Now let's minimize that. I'm looking at the live chat, waiting for my boy to tell me some more here. I'll let you guys go over to Red Panda here in a minute. Let's see here. So many people in queue because it's open now. I've been playing the early access, dude. I've been stealing people's dog tags. Like, I was sniping on the I forgot the peak map, right? Down, you're up in C, you're looking down. I was sniping and homeboy comes over. Take his dog tag. Come here. So, all right, Pellish says, let me lower the game volume real quick. Yes, I was streaming on 6 different stream services, and there would be a giveaway on those. We're kicked on Kick. We're on Rumble. We're on X, and we're on YouTube. Okay. Pellish, what time is the giveaway? Let me check the live chat. God damn, that Battlefield music is loud. It's all in my ear. Get in queue now, baby. It's going to take a long minute. It's going to be a minute, because this is the full open beta at 9. So 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sweet. Go check out, let's see here, cats. Oh, crypto. I'm going to drop their X on YouTube so you guys can check it out. Make sure you get them a follow for the giveaway and any upcoming news events that they do. They got some cool spaces. Check it out. Okay. It's on both Cats of Crypto and here. On YouTube too? Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the comments on X. Why doesn't it show me the comments on X? Bonkbot is dead. Okay, I do see it. Sorry, Pellish. I do see it. Yeah, usually with my live stream, I just focus on video, like news, boom, 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 get it out. And then at the end of the stream, I converse with you guys most likely. I'm going to send you guys over on YouTube to Red Panda Mining at 12 o'clock. He's going live. I'm in a game. That's what I'm going to do. And there's a lot of people in here because this queue was not this big over the past couple days. Like, I would be in by now. So, queue it up if you got this. Let's go. Are we going to jump in the Misfit Discord? We're going to jump in my Discord? What's up? Let's squad up. Let's squad up. Let's squad up. Graphics look good. I heard my buddy with a 7700K was having issues in the game. What are you guys experiencing? Some of you that played. I love it. Graphics look good. Things blow up. Buildings fall on you. You can knife somebody and take their dog tag. I love Assault. I love Medic. I love Engineer. Recon I need to get better at. You know, I've always been a fan of Battlefield, and I know Call of Duty's good too. But I know it's too chaotic. It's too big. What I mean by that is the maps, you know, it's 32 on 32, but it's huge. So you got tanks, you got airplanes, you got Apache helicopters. And so, like, you're attacking this zone here, but then you get hit by here. So, like, you got to be in your squad, and you got to communicate, hey, somebody's on your 6. Turn around, switch to shotgun, boom. But, like, if you don't communicate and everybody just running around to the same objective, you're going to lose. You guys need to split up squads. You know, 2 squads go A, 2 squads go B, the rest go C, hold it down as best they can, get the objectives, come back around. But everybody just runs together, and then everybody starts dying, and then you got a medic just sitting there, resing everybody just to die again. It's like, no, you got to communicate. It's an open battlefield. It's chaos. I fucking loved it. I hope that I don't think you get to keep your weapons, though. We'll see what happens when the actual game comes out. but I don't get to game often. I used to play WoW a while back, and I was pretty damn good at it. I don't have the time to sit there for 3, 4, 5 hours raiding and stuff like that, so it's unfortunate. But yeah, this I could hop on, play a couple rounds, hang out with the missus, do whatever I need to do, stuff like that. I know Counter-Strike was one of my favorites too. None of my friends are on it. You know, we're all getting old and it's really hard to do. If you look at the graphics, look at the graphics real quick. So I'm on Performance, Ultra, and you could go to Custom. I got like motion blur low, weapon motion blur low, field of view up a little bit, especially on vehicle. I'm at 1440p, 165 hertz, no vertical sync. But yeah, I mean the 9070 XT, and you know, the game runs really good. I'm sure I could probably put it up to 4K, but yeah, 1440p. I should stream this. I mean, I could, if you guys want me to continue streaming, I can stream the gameplay, but I'll probably, like, you guys are gonna watch me suck. I just have fun. Like, I don't care. Like, everybody's like, oh, my KDR. You're hurting my KDR. I was at 1.67 and now I'm at 1.5. Oh, my KDR. Oh, shut the fuck up. I just heave ho, get shot in the face. All right, I'm gonna come back and get you. Heave ho, get shot in the face. All right, I'm gonna come back and I'm telling you, I'm gonna come back. Heave ho, there he is. Like, I find those people, especially the person that keeps killing me. Oh, I find him. I find him. Like, nah, bro. I'm gonna take your dog tag. Let's see who's on right now. All right. Serpent X everywhere. I'm using Steam to do it. But yeah, is Red Panda live yet? Is Red Panda live? I don't know how the quality is going to look on OBS. Looks kind of... Tell me how the stream quality looks of the game. Because it's the first time streaming with this GPU and CPU any games. Turn motion blur off. I did. It's low. It's slow. It's slow. That was behind us. Yeah, I thought so. I knew that was behind us. It's a tank. Like, see, that's the problem. When you're not in a squad, everybody is looking the other direction. It's like, guys, we're getting shot at from back here. You can hear it. You can see it. Are you going to res me? You going to res me? Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you, bud. Evo! Grenade! So you hold E, but you can walk backwards too while you're rezzing somebody. It's pretty cool. In your face! Oh, duck, and behind me. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're facing one side to take on that enemy, and then you got something behind you. It's pretty good, though. Pretty good. How can you handle the viewer pressure? I don't, you know, I really don't care. I don't know if you're talking about motion blur or if you're talking about something else. So seriously, how did that stream quality look? Was it smooth? Was it not smooth? How did that quality look to you? The video quality. I'm curious. Red Panda's probably live right now. Yeah, Red Panda's probably live right now. I mean, it looked all right. It looked all right. Video quality looked all right. That's cool. Skip briefing. Oh, no. Let's see if we can go engineer and get in a tank. Oh, come on. Give me the gunner. Where's the tank? Oh, somebody's gonna beat me to it. Oh, somebody drive.
Secure the OBJ and defend against any hostile acts. Move out.
Hey, somebody else drive. Get that bitch. There you go.
We need attack support on the marked objective. Airspace is clear. Pilots are free to engage.
Frag out! Right, we have taken Delta. Hostiles attacking objective Delta.
Our forces control more objectives than the enemy.
Bro, you got like... Good shot.
Hostiles attacking objective Delta. We need to
Oh, sweet, I got 2 tanks to red. Are we going? We're going. Oh, shit. Don't leave me in the open.
Be advised, hostiles attacking objective Delta.
Alright, we go south? Let's go south. Go.
I've spotted hostile heavy armor in RAO.
Sniper trying to snipe me. Sniper, no sniping.
We are moving on objective Echo.
Stay parallel with the vehicle. Ooh, buddy. That hurt.
We are winning the fight. Keep it up.
See everything's blowing up. Come on, blow up the tank. One more hit. Come on, guys. Blow up the third. One more hit. Sorry. Is that what you're saying? Hang on. Let me go to YouTube. I'll redirect you guys. You guys could go hang out with him. Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over to Red Panda Mining. Check out the giveaway from Caffeine Crypto if you're just now watching this. Well, I mean, like, nobody wants to watch me play this game. Raise your hand. Debatable. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's spawn here. Let's go assault. We don't have one medic in this group. Alright. Let's go. By the way, caps lock for some reason is push to talk, but I saw him. I saw him. I saw him.
Objective Echo neutralized.
Somebody get that Abrams tank. Somebody get that damn tank. Fuck.
Our forces are still winning. Good work.
Yeah, get that Abrams. Get that Abrams up. Get that Abrams up. Let's go. DDD. DDD. Switch to my shotty. I got my shotty. It's my hottie.
I have spotted a hostile sniper area.
Oh, building's falling on me. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. You see that? Yeah, if you don't get out of the building, you're screwed.
Hostiles are attacking objective Charlie.
Yeah, keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. They can be up. They can be down. It's a whole world, ladies and gentlemen. It's a whole wide world. Oh, oh,
Under threat. Let's defend the
Did
position.
the tank see me from there? What was that? Damn it! Whole team was right by that guy. Nobody killed him.
Be advised, enemy sniper confirmed in your area.
What the? Where are you trying to run from, dude? You're in the street. Get out of here. You're in the fucking street, son.
Need support at Mount location.
You're gonna make it! I'm out! Go!
What? 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 Teabag. Teabag. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here with that son. What you doing? Sorry, can I teabag on YouTube? I'm sorry. My bad, YouTube. Alright, where are we going? I need orders. What's our command order? Dude, that hit him in the face, bro. That hit. Yo, can I get a medic? Yo, can I get a heal, bro? Okay, just run away. Cool. All right, all these medics, and they're just running away. Thanks, appreciate it.
Objective Bravo
Thank
captured by
you.
hostiles.
Fuck, dude. All right, we got a sniper. I hear him. I hear him.
Objective. Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
There's Boogie,
Objective Charlie
boys.
has been secured.
Oh, somebody's to my right. Somebody's to my right. You got him? You got him? Get a line on him. Get a line on him. Alright, just want to make sure we
Forces
kill him.
control more
Kill
objectives
around
than
us.
the enemy.
Let me take that D. Who's sniping me from over there, bro? Oh, oh. See the scopes? See the scopes?
I've spotted a hostile
They look like they
sniper
remind.
in
Oh,
your
you see the scopes? They remind me of spider eyes in the dark.
All right, we secured Alpha.
Oh, come on then. Come on then. Come on then.
Targeting objective Bravo.
Ah, I almost got the rocket launcher out in time. Get me some grenades over here, ladies and gentlemen. They're all right there. Grenade on my body, and you're good.
Now! Stay with me!
They got the tank. They got the tank.
Your lifesaver! I'm over here! Oh shit! Look out!
Move to attack the marked objective.
All right, we gotta go C. Where we going? C? Go, go, go. Stay in cover.
Assaulting Charlie.
Oh, they'll shoot you. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. F. For Frank. We gotta get C. We're losing C. We're losing E. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there's gonna be a tank coming up that way. I can feel it. Let's get behind here. Oh shit, sniper. Dude, don't get in front of me, bro! Trying to track the homie? God damn it, that was my hit, dude. You took. Good shot, good shot. Thank you. I'm not gonna be greedy.
Our forces are still winning. Good work.
That's it! Let him have it!
Be advised, hostile attack launched on Delta.
Defensive position needed on the marked objective.
And I'm gonna keep bunny hopping so you can't hit me.
The enemy has secured objective Delta.
Whip a shotgun from that. You saw that? That was a 50-yard, 50-foot, maybe, with a shotgun. All right, we lost D, but we should have everything else, hopefully.
We've got an enemy sniper located in the AO.
I'll jump in Discord. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over to Red Panda, and then I'll jump in. I'll look for the Discord and might jump in mine. Might jump in the Misfit mine. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But all right, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. As the Linus Tech Tip team says. All right, see you.